Okay, we are live. So, yeah, hello everyone, and we are going today keep looking at the Hack AB CTF by Knowit. I'm just gonna shut down a few things here to get rid of some distractions, and now we will be starting. So, one moment. Okay, great. Yeah, so please let me know if there are any technical issues, or any the sound is too low or something. I will be keeping track of the chat and try to answer any questions you might have. And yeah, just to recap what we're doing here. So Knowit created this kind of like CTF style challenge where they have this fictional company, and they have a website, and the website have a bunch of vulnerabilities or flags hidden throughout their infrastructure. And there is I mean, in contrast to regular CTFs, there isn't really like any clear instructions on separated challenges where like one challenge points in a specific direction. The only thing you have is the list of flags, their names, which are hints to where they are located, and then some tags on what kind of concepts they relate to. And they are also in some kind of order-ish. So for the most part, you will be getting them in a sequence, although there are some kind of like forks in the road, so to say. And I do not know the solution to this, so I'm going in completely blind. And that also means that you shouldn't post any like spoilers. If you have played this CTF before, you shouldn't post any spoilers in the chat, because that kind of like ruins the idea. I might, if I get a little bit too stuck, I might ask for a hint in the chat, and then of course, try to give some kind of reasonable hint without revealing too much. So the first thing we're going to do is just kind of like reorient ourselves where we were. So I've kept some notes here. Also tell me if the font size isn't large enough, or if there's something you can't see, and so on. So I think one thing we were looking at last time was we did some stuff with the API, and there was also the admin page. I think there were some things in the admin page we hadn't really looked at properly. So let's see now if we go to, was this the admin page? So this is the page we're going to keep up for the flag submission, and then here we have, so let's try to go, yeah, exactly. So we have this login, and we had these credentials, which we found on a sticker in an image, I think. Right. So, and here we found some emails, and they were pointing towards like FTP servers and stuff like that. So also let's bring up the Chrome developer tools. Let's see if I can increase this font size. Yes. So we have this page, the admin page here. So these messages, they are not loaded as part of the initial page, so they must be dynamically loaded somehow, because we did check through these messages. There was something about the password policy. There was something here about Wi-Fi. Right, and we have some. We managed to grab this WPA2 file from the FTP, so that's. I don't think we did look into that yet. And then there was this flag here that we just submitted, and yeah, there was this legacy service thing. Was that the thing that led to the access token? Maybe. I think we looked at the access logs or something. So anyway, those are the messages. We did look at them a little bit. We also have, it seems here that they are loading the messages, and we can open that. So this is like they're loading the messages for this user ID. I think we did manage to find some kind of mapping to this. So this is the user ID then probably of this Thomas character. So let's put that there. And maybe it was when we dumped stuff from right here. When we dump stuff from the API, we have these other user IDs. So let's try to do an either on the user ID here. So first of all, let's grab all of the user IDs. And just try them one at a time. And I should probably have some kind of let me just get some of these extensions for having some nice formatting on JSON. I've recently reinstalled my my environment here, so everything isn't really properly set up. Is this, yeah, if it's good for 700,000 viewers, it's good enough for me. So if we reload this, great. This looks much better. So what do we have here? This is the same message about password policy. This is the same message about with the flag. And this is, so these are the messages that we've already seen. So not super interesting. Let's try, this was our user, right? Yeah, it started with the 99. Okay, let's look at the next one. So here is something that we haven't seen before. Let's just check. Password policy, that message. Oh, we can actually look at the IDs of the message if we want to be really exact. But anyway, this message is new, and they have an attachment here. So let's actually let's copy this whole thing to our notes. And this was what we got from getting this. Let's see which user this was. Kathleen. Okay. So let's do this. And then get the contents here. So find these. So attachment 1.b64. We have a question in the chat. Next pony race when? Actually, I have some news on that. So I would say stick around, and we will get to that. So I do have some news about pony racing, but we'll take it a little bit later. Okay, so let's increase the font size in the terminal a bit, and then we base64 decode this. And this was, I think it said it was a zip file, but let's double check. Does seem to be a zip file containing a flag.txt. That looks nice. Let's make sure we don't have a, let's do this. We create a directory, and then we go in here and we unzip this. Oh, it requires a password. And we don't have a password. So let's see. Does it say? Here, subject, the file that you asked for. Is this just the boundary thing? Yes. Okay, so the message is from Steve to Kathleen. So there was a question, what was the challenge? I joined a little late. Yeah, so I'm going through this Hack AB CTF by Knowit. And it's a mixed, it's a web, very like recon focused web CTF thing. So not that much like exploits, like backend stuff or anything. It's more like finding information and credentials and like branching out and exploring the whole attack surface. So it's like a mixed bag of different challenges, and I don't really know which one I'm solving because they've just like hidden flags all around. So I'm just trying to go through all of the different parts of the website to find anything that looks interesting. So we do have a zip file here, but it's password protected and we don't have the password. And there was something in another message, right, about the password policy. So, for example, this message from Steve, he's saying that his password is 8 characters with both uppercase and lowercase characters and digits, which is not an extremely strong password. So it might be the case that he put like a similar password on the zip file and that we're supposed to like just brute force it. But I'm not really going down that path quite yet. Let's continue looking and see if we can find any other messages from any other users. This is interesting. Okay, we're gonna check this soon, but it's about passwords. And here's the same message again, and this is the same. Okay, so this message we haven't seen before, so let's copy this again to our notes. And copy the URL. And this must be one of these people. It was Miriam. So here And here they're saying, so Steve is writing that he looked at the beta version of the API, and he has a few comments. And the first comment is authentication with admin/passwords not okay, not even in dev. Okay, so I'm not sure if we already knew that, but so we'll just write down dev auth admin password. And then number 2, you are allowing JVT in the query parameter, not okay. I think that's the part we already discovered. And he says number 3, probably more things. I uploaded the access logs to the FTP, check there. And that part we've already done. So, okay. Let's continue looking at this. Same message. Okay. Password flag. Okay, here's another message we haven't seen before. So here Steve sends a message to himself. So this is probably Steve's messages. So he has moved the backup from the public part of the website, but really need to find a proper backup solution. rsync bacula. He's saying that cron/tar/userdir is not optimal. That's interesting. Also not sure if we ever found that backup, so let's look into that later. So let's bring these 2 things with us to the bottom here of the notes. Yeah, let's exhaust the list to make sure we didn't miss anything. Yeah, this we have seen, and this we have seen. Okay, so something about cron and tar and user directory. That's interesting. Okay, so let's continue checking our notes. Right, we had this internal staging host. First of all, let's search for this admin. Did we ever use that? This is the bad thing with like moving away from this for several weeks and then coming back, but it doesn't look like we have. So maybe it's supposed to be used for this internal staging thing. So let's actually do we go back. So because they have actually not properly renewed the certificates for this website. So I'm actually running this all through Burp Suite to not get any certificate errors or anything. So we can actually use this by going to this site and then changing the host header to this internal staging. and it says not found. Let's try this again without the path. Maybe there wasn't really, yeah, maybe there wasn't really anything more here, and only this flag. But okay, well, let's leave that for the time being. So what do we look at now? Let's I think that was someone said you got this flag already last time. Yeah, I know. I know that I got this flag, but I was wondering if there was more in this staging environment, like if they had like the actual full staging here. But I think the challenge is just to find the staging, so there probably isn't anything more here. So I'm thinking that so this flag number 13, this was about setting like logging in as admin, and this one is like right before but not the same, and it's also tagged as like identity and authentication. So maybe there was something else related to the authentication part. So let's clear the cookies and reload this to get to the login page. Oh, turn off intercept. Wait, why does it? Why is it not clearing these? This happens occasionally. The Chrome cookie editor sometimes does these strange things. Okay, now it worked. Right, so we try something here to get like an incorrect login. Does that set any cookies? No. So what if we do something like this? So when we do log in, we get these 3 cookies. So I'm wondering if it's possible to so I think I was looking at this a little bit last time, but maybe I made a mistake, or maybe the editor was strange, but I wanted to do something like this. And or maybe change the user ID to being logged in as what was this Steve guy's user ID? But that doesn't seem to work. Is the cookies actually set? Okay, right. Set these cookies and they are sent. Wait, this one is not. The user ID gets changed, but the role is still sent as. Okay, we can actually just modify that in burp. So here we modify the ID, and that is, we can do like admin just to copy that line. So now okay, it's still Did we look closer at this? JavaScript file. This is interesting. So if the role is admin, then we should check this status page. And here we get permission denied. Okay, I think that's new. So let's note this down as well. This and the code snippet here. To get the server status. So maybe we can try to do that with the user. Maybe it. What if it actually doesn't check the session and only check like the role cookie? So if we do this, burp, and we say, actually, let's look at the code, because then we know what the role was supposed to be. Admin. Okay, so I was just guessing that it was supposed to say admin, but it could have been like administrator. So let's first try this. Oh, that worked. So this is a flag. Let's see which flag this is. Oh. Wait, which one was that? Did I? Oh, I didn't copy it properly. That explains things. That was wait, which one was that? I thought this was did we already do this? Oh, okay, this was already done. Yeah, okay, so that's where that flag comes from. All right, when you're logged in as admin. Okay, so we already had that one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was just another way of finding it, or like, because last time I was basically just guessing that it should say admin or something, but this was a more proper way of knowing how to get it. I can actually then copy these things into the flags here so that it's more clear. Okay. So maybe this 11 is then related to this number 10, and number 10 was, oh, did I not write that down? I think that was just going to the IP address without without the host header. So just doing this and going here. I think this was number 10. Yeah, that seems reasonable because it's not listed in my, yeah. So I'm gonna say that this was number 10. And so the next one is called out of sight, out of mind. So could there be any other, like, oh, I can't spell. A little bit unsure about that. Wait, this flag's called you got mail. Did I never submit the flag that was in the mail? Okay, that was number 13. Called Welcome Superman, I love you. Okay. So was there another mail with a flag? So let's check that again and make sure we didn't miss anything. So let's just double check. We have this flag that started with 35FF. This one. And we had these users, that was the 35. Oh, that could be the one in could be the zip file or the password thing. Okay, let's just quickly run through these again anyway. The 35FF. No. 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 Okay, so let's check back with the notes again. So we have some dev stuff with admin and password, and then we have something about cron jobs, tar, and user directory. So could it be that they have configured the server to host, it's like old school, what's his name? Potentially dangerous request. This was related to the WAF thing. What was the pattern there? Could we do this on here? Isn't that how you do it? Like web server user directory URL. Yeah, exactly. Like tilde username is like that. So can we do this here? Okay, so it works specifically for his user for some reason. Okay, good to know. And what do we have here? We have to do. This is good. So we have proper backup solution. Remove Eric's template and reference in index.php. Disable the xHTTP source handler. Yes. Generate this flag. Disable directory indexing for images, ink, and TPL. Yes, I think we have looked at all those, but we should double check. So this is which flag? Home sweet home. Yes, that makes sense. So flag 17. Copy some notes. Okay. So let's continue checking those files. First of all, I think we have used all of this information because Let me just double check. We already looked at this code. Yeah, exactly. This is when we got the code and we were able to, no, wait. Yeah, maybe we should check that again, but for now, let's go back and look at the other files here. So we have private. So here, this is password protected. Okay, so we don't have access to that directory. So let's skip that for now. Let's check backup. So we have some backup here, which we should download. Right. First of all, I'm in the wrong directory. And we'll have to make a separate directory because I can just download that here. And we unpack this. So let's check HTML. So here's a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, we could actually just do this. Which of these have we found? We definitely found the one in wait. I mean, we definitely found the one in robots. Oh, I didn't write the flag out, but let's check. It's the same 30, 45. Yes, okay. Yeah, so we definitely had that one. Did we have this one? No, this not like it doesn't look like we had, so let's submit this one. Ah, that was the number 11. Okay, so flag number 11. So then that one is accessible by going to, can we do just /backup? And that was, okay, so that could have been found by just using some kind of brute force enumeration of directories or something. And then this one should have been just the index source, yes. And this one was in the backup flag thing. We already had this one. And this should be, yeah, okay. So we got the new flag we didn't have already. Cool. And then what's in the SSL? Self-signed. What do we have here? So certificates. What could they be used for? Interesting. Let's see if there is any. Can check this private key. Let's see. Let me Google this. OpenSSL, view private key. All right. Can we get some more specifics on this? Okay, right. If there's anything that sticks out, but doesn't look like it, so let's check the actual certificate. Let's see if we can do this on the CSR. No, let's do it on the so so for example here we could see which domains it would be valid for, but we already knew about all of these subdomains. Let's check the request as well and just double check there's nothing strange. I mean, of course, I haven't looked further into these like actual values, but I have no reason to suspect that they contain anything of interest. That would be a little bit obscure in my opinion. Okay, so that doesn't give us that much. So did we have anything else in this? No, let's double check that that none of the others expose their home directories. We already looked at that one. Yeah, of course, Steve we already looked at. Okay, nothing. So probably not. Let's go back to the notes. What hints and stuff do we have? We still have some kind of admin password stuff. So wait, these were the files we downloaded. We downloaded some files here from the servers, which we already used the access logs, and I don't remember what we did with the pcap. Did we actually do anything with them? Let's have a look at it again. So files, FTP, captures. Oh, that was the legacy server. I think we looked at this, but let's remind ourselves. All right, this makes sense because this was encrypted traffic and we didn't have. So now we probably can decrypt this then. Wait, how do you do this? You go to I extracted these. And then do I like reopen this? Yeah, cool. So, okay, I'll just recap what I did. So in this backup file, we had the private key for the HTTPS certificate. And then we had from previously, we had this PCAP file with HTTPS traffic. And then we could import the key into Wireshark by going to the preferences and RSA keys and then adding the key here, and then just open the PCAP again, and it will decode the HTTP traffic. And you can see that it's accessing this the admin page. So let's look at these sessions again. So here we have a flag. Let's see which flag this is. I need to remember which ones I already have. 12, 13, 14, 17, 21, 22, and this would be this one, 25. Nice. So flag 25, we have Steve's backup, TLS private key, and then from the FTP we get this the legacy service PCAP, and then decrypt, and then in the HTTP post we have the flag. Okay. And here, let's just double check that we're not missing any anything else from this. Maybe it's just doing the same request 3 times. Or even 4 times. And it's using this admin password thing. So looks like there shouldn't be anything else there. Okay, so let's close that down. Then we have this repos. Did we do anything in this one? I'm wondering if there's like, let me check, search, is there anything about Git here? No. So one thing you can look for if you have a Git repo like this is if you have any like dangling commits, and also there are some tools to make this a bit easier. There's some like Git repo minor things, but we can just see if there is anything. Can I do git checkout, or sorry, git branch, git checkout, secfest 19. Did I? Right, I should extract this in here. So the reason there's sometimes some issues with like files and stuff is that I have like a mounted directory from my Windows system, and that the file permissions, and you, for example, you can't have symlinks and stuff. So if there are things like that, you will have to use like a proper directory inside the VM. So I'll just copy the repo here and unpack it, go into it, and then, because if we now do search for the flag, we have this 9D1, which, wait, did I forget to post? I mean, surely we'll already have this flag, right? Yeah. So which flag was this? It's in the index.tpl. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up quickly. First of all, this one should copy on its own line. Is that just the first flag? All right, that's this flag. Okay. So let's copy that there to be consistent and make sure we have everything written down to not confuse ourselves. So what I was thinking was that there could be some like dangling commits in this. But so what's that called? Git miner or something like that? Repo driller. Which one is it that I'm thinking about? This looks very Repo driller is lightweight. It's a straightforward Java framework. No. Git K. I do not have this, but first of all, so what I'm doing now is just like checking all of these commits to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Binary files. Wait, there's a there was a database file. Right. So if we do, instead of git diff, we could do git checkout, and we have a database file. So let's use, it's a SQLite database, so we use SQLite browser, and we check what's in this, and look here. So we copy this and we submit it, and that was the git good flag. Okay, so flag 26 is the FTP to the git repo, and then reflog, and then the git checkout, and I'm gonna copy the commit, and then so that was the flag here. Let's just double check that there isn't anything else of interest. Usernames. So this is how they like randomize. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I should not write things in the lower right corner of the terminal. So I can just clarify. Actually, I can do this and it should be fine. Let's see that it's okay. A little bit up. Okay. So now what I did was that I used the reflog to see which commits had been checked out. I think in this particular case, I think you could just have used the regular log to get the linear timeline. And then I just checked the differences between all these commits. And then I saw that in one of the diffs, it said this binary files db.sq3 and dev null differ, which means that, yeah, so here they deleted this file. So I just went back to that commit, and then I opened it with a program called SQLite browser. SQLite browser. It's a tool for manipulating SQLite databases. You can see here like the tables, and you can browse the data, and you can run queries and so on. Very convenient. But let's put that to the side. Right, let's check the list again. So I'm not doing these like torch things. That was like a separate VM or something that you could download. So we're focusing on these things. So what do we have more? So, okay, so let's assume that this is done. This is done. So this WPA file. Let's look at that. And we have this diagram. This is threat model. What kind of TM7? What file is that? Microsoft Threat Modeling Tool 2016. Okay. I guess we want to view this somehow. Oh, here is some image data. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the easiest way to get any kind of overview. First of all, let's check for help. Okay, so can we is there a newer version of this? Oh, tmt7.application. Let's see if I can switch over to my Windows VM. Let's see that this works. And then we copy the diagram over to the share. And then we go to the Windows VM and so what was this thing called? The threat modeling tool. So let's go back to this Windows VM. We download this TMT7 application. Launching application. Yes, trust everything. And it's downloading really slow. Now it's quicker. So hopefully we can use this tool and open this diagram and some kind of information will be shown. I didn't know about this tool. Yes, I have read everything. You can spy on me. Okay. Open a model. Shared folders. This is interesting. So this shows, I guess, the architecture of the whole thing. So we have API, we have CGI here, some Perl scripts. I don't think we have seen those yet. That's definitely interesting. We did interact with the API. I don't remember if we did anything with like local storage, but okay, so we have FTP using the same credentials as the web server. And this is this is one of the open ports that we haven't really looked at yet. So that's also interesting. We have admin stuff. I think this is mostly stuff we have looked at. So I'm just wondering, is there any flag in this diagram by itself. If we check the do we have any of these things indicating anything about threat modeling? Maybe, maybe not, but I don't think so. What can you see? Can you see like attributes, notes? Can I export like an image of this? Save as. Report. I mean, I could probably just take a screenshot, but I would like to just export like one large PNG of this, but maybe you can't do that. Anyway, so we have at least okay, and here is like it says that it's running SSH, but it's firewalled off, which is so these are interesting things. The SSH is interesting. This credential reuse maybe here is interesting, and then we have this squid thing, and we have the CGI thing here. Those are things we definitely should check out. 8008. Did we connect to that directly? Right. And then can we do? Oh, okay. This is interesting. Let's write down some notes. So command parameter not specified. Oh, so we have just remote code execution straight up. Can we do? Maybe we can't have spaces. Oh, command not found. Oh, but we have this HD password file. Can we? Command not found. Try help. All right. Okay. So we can do show a flag string. That sounds nice. That's a good command. So let's submit this. And this was, oh yeah, computer generated images, CGI. Right. So flag 16. So I found this through the threat model diagram, but you could of course find this by doing some like brute forcing or enumeration stuff as well. And then we go here and we do the help command and then the flag command, and we get this. Cool, but let's see. So it would be nice to be able to read this file. and I'm going to assume that why is this page refreshing or something strange? Anyway, I'm gonna assume that we can't just do this. No. And we probably can't do it this way either. So, yeah, we want this one. So maybe you can find this in the backup folder. Oh, we already had it. Right, this is good info. So I think first the easiest way to handle this so can we do, or are these, wait, what's the format of the right, so is this, I mean, they seem very short, so it's probably this script format, but they are salted, right? So we can't just do like a lookup like this. We would have to exactly, we would have to crack them locally. But this is good at least. We have some. Wait, why is this? Is this just random? Use a traditional randomly 32-bit salt, only 12 bits used, and the first 8 characters of the password. So should we try to crack this? Should probably try to do that. So these passwords are according to this diagram, they are used so they might be protecting that user directory possibly, but and also the FTP stuff. Did we? Yeah, maybe should get into the password cracking stuff. But I would have to do that outside of the VM. Let's wait with that for a moment. Let's check this WPA file, which is a pcap. Right, so this is like Wi-Fi frames, and that is then maybe something we would have to possibly crack as well. It was really ages since I did like Wi-Fi hacking stuff. Did we find any did we have any like hints or notes relating to I have the feeling that this WPA.tar was mentioned somewhere, but I can't quite remember. So maybe that would be this flag then, I guess. Let's leave it for a moment and check this internet thing. Squid 3128. Is that something you can access just straight up over like with HTTP, or is that a different protocol? Invalid URL. Port 3128. No, wait, Squid is a proxy, right? Right. So we could probably use that proxy, but we still need to know what to look for inside. So that's interesting. Is there anything here? Like, can you... Could you get some like properties? Okay, well, maybe first step is just to try to connect to this proxy. So, all right. Let's add a new profile. Hack AB Squid proxy profile. And we could use just the IP address 3128. Apply changes. So right, and here we need some kind of credentials because it's also using this thing. But we did log into something on the FTP server, so we should be able to use the same oh, we can use his credentials again. No, this seems incorrect. Or access denied. How did I get these? So if we try to go to like Google, it doesn't work. So we are probably connected to this proxy. Can we do like intranet? Requested URL could not be retrieved. So here we get some kind of confirmation, at least, that we are connected and like using this we're using this properly. Just want to double check that we're not actually okay, cool. Did we find any other host names previously? For example, the internal staging. Can we go to this? Administration. Okay, so we can use the proxy, but we don't really know the name of the server. Do we have anything at all? So there are a couple of ways we could go about. Like we have some different open leads here. One is to crack probably Steve's password here and get his secret stuff in this home directory. We also could crack the WPA key, I guess, and get decode the PCAP file, and then probably could also use this proxy thing to access this intranet. So that would probably be these two and maybe this one. So, and what if we just, yeah, it seems very inconsistent. Like, if I just go there, it works, and then it says access denied, and not sure exactly what's, not sure what's going on really. Is there any way to get the proxy to disclose more information, like squid. Right, we have to turn off the proxy to be able to do this. I don't know, like exposed squid proxy. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. Squid proxy hacking. Did we find anything in the sitemap thing? Oh, we didn't even download that one. Right, this was one of the things we looked at very early. It didn't have anything of interest really. So I'm just thinking that should be something like some subdomain. But there's nothing really suggesting that. Right, then there's also the case of the zip file. So let's just summarize this. So we have the traffic, the encrypted zip file mail attachment. We have the squid proxy to intranet thing, and then we have right, the crypt password cracking, which probably or hopefully leads to the Steve private directory. So those are a few things. Yeah, I should probably really try to crack this thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, this is not shown on screen. I'll just pull up so we want to crack Steve's password, and he said that he was using like 8 characters, upper lowercase digits. I wonder if that's feasible to just, that should be doable, right? Let's do some. All right, let's do some calculations. So we have 26 times 2 plus 10 to the power of 8, and then we take the logarithm of that, and we get 47 bits of entropy, and that's probably very doable for GPU cracking. Maybe it's worth an attempt. So what we will do is that I will create a file where I will put all of these the hashes that we have, and then we want to run so like hashcat brute force. This is like the mask mode. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to do like a mask attack, and we want to use L, U, and D, and so we define exactly, we do something like this. Right, so our hashcat command is going to be, it's like mode 3, and we define our alphabet, which would consist of the L, U, and D. And then we want 8 characters of this. And then we run this on our hackab.hash. So the thing I'm showing you on screen is inside a VM. So that doesn't really have a proper, I don't think it would be very very good to run like hashcat from inside the VM. So I'm doing this like outside of the VM, but I mean basically I'm just running running this command but outside in Windows, and we'll see if so I made some kind of mistake when writing the parameters here. This is again something I don't really do very often, like password cracking. So isn't this, Yeah, I'm doing this the correct way. So this really should work. I get... Oh, maybe I put them in the wrong order. Maybe I should put the hash file first and then... Okay, so now I just need to specify the hash type, I guess. Hashcat crypt, which is mode 1500. Let's just get this table. Yes. Yeah, I think this is it. So okay, so now that works. So what I did in the end, I will just copy this command back into the VM. So in outside the VM, I just ran this command. So what I'm doing is that I'm saying that these... Oh, and also I removed the username part. So my hash file contains this, and then I'm running hashcat with this mode 1500, which should be the correct hash type. We're doing a mask attack. We're defining a char set, which is based on the password policy that was in one of the emails, and then we specify that we want 8 characters long passwords. So it looks like one was found. I'm gonna copy this over. So this one, which seems to be Steve's password. That's good news. So someone commented John the Ripper is much simpler. Yeah, well, depends on what you're doing, and I guess I usually get, better speeds from Hashcat because you can use the GPU properly. But sometimes I just use John as well. So this seems to be the password of Steve. So let's see if that works. First of all, let's see if it's the same on the admin panel actually. Administration, and then like Steve at hackab.sc. Right. So, or welcome Steve. Okay, that's good. So next step is going to his stuff here, and then or maybe Steve at... Right. So that was, so let's just Steve at hackab.sc, and that's his credentials. And then we look at this flag. this is the end for now. Well, I think that depends on which order you take these flags. That was got GPU. Yeah, exactly. So flag 18 is this one, and then we also use the backup file to get the HD password, and then hashcat to get the password, and then finally we logged in as Steve. Great. So that cancel, or that removes one of the open leads, and so so the question is then this email thing that we had. So I wonder if this is just straight up password cracking again, or if there's like a better way to get the password. A little bit unsure about that. You can check her messages again. Yeah, so there's a lot of like password stuff, which I'm not super interested in. And this is quit posting. Maybe actually, what's the time? Yeah, maybe this is actually a good time to wrap this up for this time. Right, I had some pony racing news. That was another thing. So, the good news is that pony racing will come back for a second season. And for those who don't know what pony racing is, you can check out the videos here on my channel. It's basically a live CTF, live heads up CTF, where up to 4 participants are competing against each other to solve a CTF challenge as quickly as possible, while we provide commentary on what they're doing and then methods and so on. So we did this once a month last year, and now we have been on a break. So the idea is that we're going to start this up again, and it's not going to happen until later, like in the fall, like September, October, something like that. But I'm going to publish a form today or so, where you can register and indicate that you're interested in participating, either as a challenge creator or a co-commentator or a participant. So I will be posting that on Twitter. So I would be very happy if you would help share that with your like CTF playing friends so that we can get some really nice participants and make a really good second season out of this. Because a lot of people have contacted me and asked when pony racing is coming back. So I really hope that we can make something really good and continue doing it. So I will be publishing that on Twitter to just start gathering interest from people who are interested in participating, and then we will probably start doing the actual episodes hopefully sometime in like October or so. I have a few other big things happening in a couple of weeks and in the coming months that I want to get out of the way first, and then before we start this second season. And there's a question here if I will do the torch challenges as well. Yeah, probably, hopefully. We'll see. I mean, I haven't done these streams very frequently, so I haven't planned that much. But if that's something people are interested in, I could do that. Or if you're interested in me looking at some other challenges, feel free to post suggestions to me. And if you want to know when these streams are going to happen, or if you want to watch other videos I publish, you are very welcome to subscribe and so to the channel. And if you want to get in contact with me, my the easiest way is to either send me a message on Twitter. My DMs are open, or you can send an email to me as well. I think that's it for today. So thanks to everyone watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.